Hey Capricorn. So we had this new moon in Pisces last night and we're still in the energy, and I want to give you guys some messages. We already know that new moons is all about new beginnings, manifestation, setting intentions for this new moon cycle that we are entering into. So for you Capricorn, this new moon in Pisces is going to be taking place in your third house, Capricorn sun rising, in your third house of communication, transportation, siblings, neighbors, neighborhood. The third house encompasses all of that. Also like first cousins and stuff like that. That type of energy. Childhood experiences, childhood friendships and relationships, those types of things. With this particular new moon, by it happening in Pisces, the energy is of a refresh, a restart. So just like how we're on a web page and it freezes or it doesn't fully load up the way that we need it to, or we just need to update it to get the latest version of that web page, we hit the refresh button. Well, that's what's happening with this new moon in Pisces in our lives, in certain areas of our lives. It's a refresh in that particular area. And for you, your area is your third house. So what is refreshing? What is restarting? What do you need to focus your attention on? And as when it comes to your siblings, your neighborhood, your neighbors, your communication or how you communicate, your transportation, which encompasses how you get around. So you might be getting a new vehicle or looking into getting a new vehicle because you need better transportation. You might be saying, you know what, I don't want to drive anymore. That's impacting, the environment in a negative way. So I'm going to use more public transportation this time around. That might be something that you're starting to think about doing or are doing. Or maybe you're getting an electric vehicle or something like that where you feel more like I'm sorry, some noise. You're feeling like you're getting you're doing better for the environment by, making these certain types of changes. And of course, you're Capricorn, so it has to make financial sense. If it doesn't make financial sense, then you don't want to deal with it, right? So taking that into account too, you might be also dealing with how you are communicating with your loved ones. That may come into play during this particular moon cycle. So for you, Capricorn, you got 59, the temple, which is very beautiful because not only is it a physical temple like a building, but it's also the temple of the body, right? The body houses is the temple that houses your spirit, right? The spirit of God that dwells within you. So are you taking care of that temple, which is also in dealing with your neighborhood? Is that particular place that you live, that particular neighborhood that you live, is it benefiting your temple? Let's read. 59, the temple. The lover and the beloved meet in sacred space. They take respite from cares of the world, entering into sanctuary where only they exist. You are in need of this. Meditation, making love, connection and dance, intimacy, and surrender into the moment. Your body and soul need to enter into the temple and participate in sacred ceremony. Choose to gift this to yourself. Set aside time. Turn off the computer and mobile telephone. Turn on music and set the lighting. Be in the present moment. Do you remember your body? Ah, yes, here it is. Can you be in its temple with presence and delight? This oracle brings guidance to take time out to smell the flowers, savor the pleasures of life, and renew your connection to the inner lover. Your sensuality wants to come out and play. You are encouraged to explore scent, touch, taste, and feeling. You are encouraged to play with color. What moves you? What brings you into connection with yourself in this moment again? It is the wholeness of divine self-connection and sacred space that will best nourish you now. Your home is your temple. Love should be given as it is received. On this day I grant you the love of 1,000 mountain streams and the pleasure of 100 bleats. From a newborn baby fawn, for I too cry for love, and like the fawn, I cry with the hunger of being alive. And on this day, I cry for the happiness of giving, and the warmth of receiving, and the softness of your gentle touch. It is moments like these when I smile for the someone who will always care. That someone who will always care should be you first, right? You are the one who should always care for what's going on in yourself, for yourself. Because if you're not caring for self, how can you care for others, right? If you're not loving yourself and taking care of your temple, how can you advise others to do the same? You are the living, walking example of whatever you want to exist in the world. You start with self, right? However you want your neighborhood to look, you start with self. You show them this is how you should do it. If you look over to your neighbor's house and you see their paint is chipping off, their window frames look a hot mess, their lawn is a mess, guess what? Before you go over there and talk to them about how they need to fix up their house, they bringing down the the property value and all this stuff of the neighborhood, you need to make sure that your house is in order, your lawn is looking good, that you are modeling the type of behavior you want to see around you, right? You create the reality that you want in your life. That's your power. That's each and every one of our powers, is to show and tell. Okay? You know how to manage people and you know how to manage situations. Okay? And the first person you got to manage is yourself. What's some positive things? Some new beginnings, some what you need to be concentrating on during this particular cycle. Obviously, it's self-love, but also love and empathy for others. Because if you show that to others, they will show it back to you. And if they're not showing it back to you, that doesn't mean you stop showing love. It just means that you have to kind of like create that boundary and create that, protection around you to say, okay, I'm still going to be love and light, but I'm not going to let you phase me or break the love I have to give. If you don't give it back to me, that's fine. I'm not just going to continue giving you my energy and giving you my love. You're going to see it because I'm not going to stop being that loving entity. But, you got to kind of reel it back in. A new dawn. The worst is now behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. Positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. So if you're surrounding yourself with people who are not positive, if you're in a neighborhood that is not positive, they're doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff up in that neighborhood, there's a whole bunch of crime, blah, 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 it's time to remove yourself from that. Okay? It's time to remove yourself from groups and from family members and from people who bring down your vibration to a lower point. You're beyond that. You are evolving. It's time to raise your vibration so that you can attract the people who need to be attracted to you. What else for Capricorn? Anything else for Capricorn? Ooh. Watch your thoughts. It's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. Okay? Positive thoughts, positive thinking, changing your mindset changes your reality. Trust me, I've been there. Changing your thoughts changes your reality. Anything else for Capricorn for this new moon? I saw perseverance, but we're going to see what Spirit has to say. Just keep moving on. You already said you have, new beautiful things on the horizon. Anything else for Capricorn that they need to know? They need to hear for this new moon. The ocean. Be beautiful, mysterious, wild, and free like the ocean. Take the helm. Be in control of your own ship. Be in control of your own ship. Can't control other people. Once again, meditate. So Pisces might be important or Sagittarius might be important to you. An opportunity. You will prove yourself and discover if you brave the rough seas. You have beautiful things coming to you, Capricorn. I love you. Have a wonderful rest of